Hello, hello, hello. So today we're going to the second to last album of my collection of banknotes, world banknotes. And today we are starting with West African states. Here you'll see different countries, but it all depends on the letter. Here T, for example, or A, and this works a bit like the euro with the West African franc, a bit like the Central African franc. 8 countries in this case have this currency, and they will have a similar, or actually same banknotes, but only the letter changes here according to the name. So basically they had, I'm gonna wait for a better, let's start here. So basically they had one series here. Before this there was another series which I have very few banknotes of, I think just two, but there's one series from the 80s, one basically from the 90s all the way to the 2000s, and then the one that is going on today. They normally have 500,000, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, although not all will have the 10,000 nor the 2000. So quite colorful, quite actually very nice banknotes. Fortunately, like I said, they all look alike and I'm missing quite a significant amount of them. Next we have Western Samoa, which I only have 3 banknotes of, close to the ones from Samoa. Next we have Yemen, Arab Republic, some older banknotes, and then you will go all the way 80s, 90s, and of course this is a state at war at the moment, but they still have a currency running, which is this, or this series, the 100, the 200, 500, and 1000 reals. Besides that, there's a currency that doesn't exist anymore, which is the Yemen Democratic Republic. Only a few of those. There's only 8, I have 4 of them. And we close out the album with Yugoslavia. Of course, Yugoslavia, some older, nice banknotes of Yugoslavia. Nice designs, French looking here. So very nice big banknotes, most of them uncirculated. Then this two, starting with the ones behind these, already after Second World War. These are during communism, Tito, in Yugoslavia. This series here that has different dates from the 50s to the 80s. This one's not the nicest banknotes, I have to admit, but here it's pretty much almost complete. And then from here on, there's hyperinflation in Yugoslavia, and this you have like maybe 50 different banknotes until from 88 or 87 until 94. I'll go through the album through all of them together. Normally the faces would be more or less the same in every banknote. Value changes. You will see some very high values, and then it drops down because they cut a few zeros that year. But this was really a time in Yugoslavia where the paper was not even worth the ink it was printed on. So most of these are very cheap, also uncirculated, with some exceptions here and there. So here you have 500 million, here 5 billion, there 50 billion, 500 billion. Then of course they changed to the new dinar, which also quickly goes to 500,000, 10 million, or here is the new dinar, or there they change already. Well, it's hard to follow. and then they change into the currency that exists in Serbia now, this dinar. So these are similar to the ones of Serbia that are running at the moment. The only big difference is the name here. Here it says Yugoslavia, and the one in Serbia says Serbia. There is also the addition that I talked about that says Serbia and Montenegro. Here I'm missing the 500 and the 1000. These are, I'm not sure that they have the 5000. These are hard to get and expensive. Good, and that's it for this album. Next album, the last one, would be for this letter Z, which is basically Zaire, Zambia, and Zimbabwe. Thanks.